Welcome back to Total Packets. I'm your host, Kori Younger at SDN Daughter, and I'm here with my lovely friend, Carly Stoughton at vCarly. And she has been working with Apstra. She can tell us a little bit about Apstra Solutions.
Sure, thanks Kori. So we are focused on data center network automation right now. So we deal with the leaf spine fabrics that most folks have deployed in the data center. And we are agnostic to which vendors these actually are. So we believe our customers should be able to choose the network hardware, choose the switch operating system, and we'll automate on top of all of that. So we're just a virtual machine. It's not an SDN controller, but we'll automate the bring up of the underlay and the overlay that exist on the leaf and spine in a best practices configuration.
Awesome. So if you know Carly, you know she's a whiteboard goddess. So if you look at all of this beautiful whiteboarding, this is Carly.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit, the Apstra operating system, the AOS server, the virtual machine, it works on any hardware, any software. How?
So the way that we're built, a couple pieces to that. So AOS actually stands for Apstra Operating System, and we consider ourselves the operating system for the data center. Not for a particular server, not for a switch, but really to treat the network as a system and automate on top of that. So AOS server is really where we go to define our intent, right? This is what I want to happen. I shouldn't have to specify how, but this is what I want things to look like. And then we actually have a distributed agent architecture. So I have agents that run on all of these switches. And those are the ones that are actually taking this high level intent language and translating it into that device specific language. So they're abstracting away the complexities of each vendor and of each specific configuration. They're also the piece that are doing the monitoring. That's how we're able to do things like real-time validation to make sure that the intent I initially set out matches the operational state.
So when you think of intent-based networking, the first time I heard that was from you, Carly, was intent-based networking. Tell me, a lot of it's a hot topic, it's a hot term. Why is Apstra true intent-based networking as opposed to how some people are using that term today?
Sure, yeah, so there's a lot of folks that are talking about intent-based now, and that's kind of an exciting thing that's happening, almost kind of like the next evolution of SDN. And we actually just released a taxonomy that shows and helps people kind of figure out, okay, I hear all of this intent-based, what does it actually mean? So the way we see it, there are 4 different levels of what it means to be intent-based networking. Level 0 is something like basic automation, so that would be something like your Ansible tools. So that would be just basic automation, which is great. Ansible is a handy tool. A lot of folks are using it to push configs to the switches. Level 1, what we consider that to be is really a single source of truth. So one place that you're going to not only define the intent, but continuously validate. So I have a slide that I use that shows a picture that Nils on Twitter had posted that shows a locked cage of wine. And the cage is open, there's a lock that's hanging off, and there's a sign that says this cage is to be locked at all times. And that's a great example of if there's intent, but if we're not checking that, it means nothing. So I say, intent without validation is wishful thinking. So single source of truth, and then tying into the validation piece, the next level would be real-time validation. So not based on intervals, right? I'm validating and continuously checking and monitoring and doing analytics in real time. And the last level that I think everyone's trying to get to is going to be where we really have self-operating networks. So that's really where we're doing, root cause analysis, remediation. I think that's where we're all trying to get to. And we'll see who gets there first.
All right, so just to review, Apstra is currently at level 2, intent-based networking, real-time validation, and we're working towards level 3, self-operated networks.
That's where everyone wants to end up. That's That's what the people want, so let's give them what they want.
The people want it. The people are gonna get it. Who's gonna get there first? Hopefully Apstra. Thanks for talking with us, Carly.
Sure, thanks.
Thanks for tuning in.